Hi there, it's Leanne Phillipson, registered nutritionist, and welcome to Cook Together. Not really sure what day it is, but I think it's middle of the week. Hump day. Yes, that must be it. It's Wednesday.
Wednesday. The 13th.
Wednesday, the 13th of May.
Thank God it's not a Friday.
Folks. We've got a long weekend coming up here in Toronto or in Canada, the Victoria Day long weekend, which I think is just going to be a little similar. I hope there's a different vibe. I bet you any money that there's going to be a different vibe, even though we've got, we're still, for the most part, self-isolating. Some of the parks have opened up now, so we can head out to do those kind of things, which is very, very welcome. So in the Cook Together kitchen today, because the sun is shining, and as I said in my social media post on Instagram and on Facebook, even though it was like -2 when I was out for my walk this morning, I still had on my big parka because I got sick of wearing so many layers just to try and keep warm. So I just the other day just started putting on my massive winter parka just so that I was warm enough while I was walking for 45 minutes or an hour every morning, which is what I tend to do. So really, really crazy out there. But the sunshine was stunning. The sunshine's beautiful. It's a lovely blue sky. I'm looking out over onto the lake, and it's just beautiful. This morning it was just like there was shimmering stars all over the lake. So I sort of felt a little bit like it was, I don't know, kind of summery maybe, a little bit, not so much, I don't know. Anyway, it looks like it from here. The grass is a little bit greener, the trees are getting a little more green maybe. So even though it's like almost the middle of May, then yeah. Anyway, so I thought let's do a fun treat today, which is the fruity frozen yogurt. And this is one of the photos that we shot in the whole shoot for the book. So this is a beautiful one for sure. And while I was typing this out, and you can use frozen yogurt for this, that's what I'm going to use today. I actually thought, well, I think you could probably try and use coconut milk if you wanted to make this dairy-free in the same way that although I haven't made the ice cream, the blueberry maple ice cream, I haven't made that with coconut milk before. I bet you could do it. And I have seen and tried out coconut, like a whipped cream kind of thing that's in a can. I think it's Chaw's Organic that makes that. So I think it would be pretty cool to try that as well. So, hello Amanda, welcome. So, I think I'm just going to jump in. So, what I did earlier was I took a cup of yogurt. It was a higher fat yogurt. It might be vanilla flavor. And I put it into my ice cube trays. These are the ones that I actually used to use in my cooking class for freezing all the purees and everything. So, here I have, this is 1 cup of yogurt. Here I have about 2.5 cups of frozen fruit. I almost just kind of want to, breathe on the mango. Mango takes forever to defrost, even if we're making a smoothie. So I have my food processor right here. And I've got an avocado, which you can add half of an avocado if you want it a little creamier, or if you're trying to, for whatever reason, if you're offering this to your child and you're a little bit worried and think that they might not have too much to lose should they get sick. That's always a little bit of a concern for some people. Hey, Crystal, lovely to see you as always. And I can't quite read the other person that's just joined on Instagram. Logan's just kicked the whole shebang. Well done, Logan. So I am going to put in half of the avocado, because why not? Avocado is so good for us. The antioxidants, the monounsaturated fats that are in here, everything about avocados are tremendous. So all I've done here, I should have just shown you that, I've just scored it just so that and then I go the other way, And that just allows me, I do this with mango, by the way, and then when you do it with mango, then you flip it inside out. It's not really going to work, but I'm going to put it in the food processor anyway. When you flip a mango inside out like that, then you get all these little pieces that then your kids can just like nibble off of the skin, and it makes it a lot of fun. So I'm just going to throw all of that avocado into the bottom of the food processor. If you wanted to do this in your blender, you could. Because everything's kind of frozen, sometimes when I do things that are frozen, there's a recipe. Where do I have that recipe? There's a recipe somewhere that I have for just, that banana ice cream where you take the banana and you just whiz up banana with just a little bit of almond milk or something like that. And then, hey presto, it's incredible. I don't think I put that in my book. I'm not sure. It's going to bother me now until I think of it, of where I've put that. Oh, I know. It was in one of the meal plans for a daycare that I work with. That was it. Because when you do that in the food processor, it goes until the bananas are frozen, and then you have to, whiz it, keep on going until the banana almost goes like all, I don't know, it's all like little, really, really little bitty. And then you just keep on letting it go some more, and then it turns to like soft ice cream. Have you ever made that before? It's absolutely delicious. And most people would really not know that it wasn't just bananas. It doesn't have a particularly strong banana flavor or taste at that point. So I've had my yogurt out of the freezer for about 5 minutes or so. If I were to put this in the blender, and because I have a high-powered blender, then the more you have the blender on for, the faster it goes, and it actually warms it. My high-speed blender, I can absolutely, I can make hot soup in it. If I blend it up enough, apparently, when they do the whole sales video thing, it can pulverize an iPad, so it's a whole other ball game. So I'm going to put in some nice raw honey, remembering that raw honey is incredible for nutrients, enzymes, for proteins. Honey is such an incredible food. And if you've been watching me, you'll hear, that you will have heard this story too, is that at the University of Guelph, they put out a study that showed that on burns, raw honey works just as well as any medication, medicated cream that you use should you burn yourself. So as long as you can't lick it off after you put it on your burn, which depending on how severe your burn, let's say if you're just cooking something and you quickly touched it. My mom used to put butter on it when I was a kid, which I think probably even now, if my mom was still alive, she'd probably say, yeah, just put butter on it. That's what we used to do when you were kids. But I would say, yeah, Mom, that's really not good. That's not the thing to do. Okay. So, raw honey. I actually have this wildflower raw honey. All the honeys do tend to have a slightly different flavor to them. So, it's nice, depending on what you want to... did you just turn that off? We had sound on Facebook before, right?
Turn it on.
Pardon? It was on before?
Touch it.
Okay, good. Phew! Just thought the mic had been turned off. It's all good. It's good. It took me a little while to figure out on my my mic that I use for my Eat This with Leanne podcast. It took me a little while to figure out that the button when it's flashing, that's actually muted. So Chris and I were not having much of a conversation when we were first recording because I had the mute button on. So not the best way to try and record a podcast episode.
You sure?
So, yes, Logan's looking at me like, huh, really? Okay, so in here we've got lots of frozen stuff. So it is going to be probably quite loud on the microphone and on the phone. So I'll try and just save your ears a little bit. So in here I have blueberries all the way at the bottom here, and these are all frozen. If you were going to make this with any fresh fruits, anything that you want, probably not necessarily a melon, maybe like a watermelon or a cantaloupe or a honeydew. If you're going to make this with fresh fruit, maybe some pears, maybe you've got extra mangoes hanging around, then what you would do is you would take a baking tray or a cookie sheet, and then you just chop up about 2.5 cups worth, and then you just put it onto the baking sheet and you put it into the freezer. Now, the ice cube tray that I filled with the yogurt, that was probably in there for about an hour. We don't want it to be solid. If you put it in and then the next day you ended up wanting to use that yogurt that's been in there for a day, just take it out about 5 or 10 minutes before, just to let it soften a cheeky wee bit. And the same thing, you can do that with your frozen fruit. Like I said, the mango takes forever to defrost, but I've got cherries in here and I've also got blueberries. And do you know why I've got all of that in here? Well, you know, it's for the fiber. It's for the colors. It's because I want you to have so many more antioxidants in your diet every single day. Ideally, I would love it if you were eating a rainbow every single day, a rainbow of colors from red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. Not that we really have too many blues, but we've got, you know, if you think of the deep, deep greens, the spirulinas, you can kind of call the blueberries a little on the blue side, even though they're kind of purple. Blackberries, red is your... Logan's trying to figure out all the colors. So you're all of your colors every single day, because the antioxidant activity and the antioxidant potential is so important for our bodies, not only to put out the fire of inflammation, which is what happens when you're taking in a lot more of those colors, which is why I've got all those crazy colors in my Kid Boost. So this is a superfood powder. Oh my gosh, I have to share this fantastic feedback that I got from a mom who said that this is giving her so much more energy. And then the next day after she took this, and it was quick, she just said, oh my gosh, could that have given me energy like in hours? And when I was at a conference and I took my products with me, there was a woman that was super keen on the Kid Boost. It's also called Skin Boost, just for, you know, older, you know, someone like me, or anyone that wants to focus, teens as well, wants to focus on their skin. Then she said, I want to try it. So I gave her a scoop and she had it, and she said, I'd like to try it in the afternoon too and see if I can substitute that for my coffee. And then later on, probably around 5 o'clock, I saw her and she said, I had one scoop in water and it was so good that I had another one. She said, is it too much? And I said, God, no, that's fantastic. You know, like when you go to conferences and it's full on every single day and you need that energy. So the same experience that my client had the other day. She's a busy mom of 3 kids, and one of them is a baby. And so she's not getting a full night's sleep, and she just needs nutrients. She needs that extra. And it was that quick that she felt better. So that's from the actual superfood powder. But in here is where we also have superfood. So don't think that you can get through the day and just live on Kid Boost. You know, you might be able to get away with that for a little bit, but we also need the fiber. We need all the extras, all those plant nutrients that don't even have names yet. So we've got, you know, anthocyanins, we've got lutein, we've got all like A to Z of all of the antioxidants that help to protect the cells of our eyes, that help to protect our skin from, you know, sunlight damage. I'm going on about how beautiful the sunshine is today, but that also produces what's called free radicals in our bodies. So the antioxidants really help to put out that fire which happens. So think about anti-aging. Think about your sore knees when there's inflammation in any joint in your body that's sore, or any swelling that you've got going on. Acne, because that's inflammation and that's swelling. So what helps to really calm that is all of the antioxidants, the crazy antioxidant power that we get from these colorful foods. So whether it's from the Kid Boost, Skin Boost, or from this, when we got it all going on, it makes a massive difference to how you feel and how your body is, how your body's just working, how you're sleeping, how your mood is, how you look, if you're glowing, or maybe if you're, you know, you look as stressed as you feel on the inside, then that makes a really big difference. Okay, so in goes all of my frozen, and my berries have just kind of started to defrost a little bit, which is great. And then I'm going to blend this, and then that is going to be my, wait a minute, just make sure I have this the right way around. There we go. I'm going to start. Hang on a second. We have to make sure with a food processor that you have everything attached. Is that in? at the front? I can't quite see it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good. Okay, so I'm just going to pulse it. So I'm not going to blow your eardrums off. Logan doesn't necessarily need to mute it because we might forget to turn it back on again. So just watch out. You just keep on going until it really blends all together. You can see still a little bit of the frozen ice cubes of, if I pulse it a little bit more, it kind of like throws everything up and then it lands again just so that it can blend one more time. So you can see that the bottom half of this is probably in really good shape and the top half is still pretty, can I tell you which yogurt you used? I used it's organic, and I think it was a vanilla flavor. That's what my daughter Hadley is enjoying at the moment. And the brand might have been Organic Meadow, I think. The grass-fed is also a fantastic option to use. So, great question. And as I said, in case you weren't here in the beginning, I think you might also be able to do this with coconut milk from a can. As long as you took the coconut milk can and put it in hot water first, shake the can, and then pour it in. Now, it's about typically 340 grams is in a can, and you only need 250 grams or 1 cup. So you have a little bit left over. If you wanted to add in a little bit extra fruit to go with that, it's not really an exact recipe. I mean, it will turn out to look a lot like the picture because that's what we did. Then you can, then you can try it out. So while I was talking, I was defrosting a little bit more. And you can see that it's all moving, grooving. I just really want the yogurt to all go in. There we go. I've got one more lump. One more. That's it. Just one more to go. Because you don't really want anybody to just get a whole ice cube worth of yogurt. Well, they may not mind, but it'll taste better when everything else is in there. So this is a really fun way to do dessert, a really fun way to do a snack. I've been talking about snacks all over the place lately. And look at that. Look how pretty that is. Look at all that color. Look at all those antioxidants. Look at all those free radical fighting antioxidants that are in there. Isn't that really exciting? What kid, what adult doesn't want to just jump into this right now? Not literally, but, you know, have it in a bowl, get a spoon, all of that kind of stuff. So this is a tremendous snack. And for anybody who's having issues and, you're getting the 100th ask of the day for a snack and you're a little bit worried about what's going on with your kid because they're at home, or your children, they're at home, then I've got, I'll post it probably tomorrow as an event, and also in the Facebook Inspired Rice Facebook group next Wednesday at 4 o'clock. I'm going to do kind of a workshop session with you guys. So I can actually see, I think, that there is all the honey on the bottom. The honey's frozen to the bottom of this. Let's get a spatula and give it a stir. Something that's a little bit stronger. So the actual, oh my gosh, that looks so good. Am I gonna have a taste tester, Logan? Heh, heh, she says, heh. Logan is not a yogurt lover. I can see a couple of blobs of it. If I taste it, then let's see.
Get out or something.
Let's have a little taste. So this could be put into the freezer, but know that when you take it back out of the freezer that you're going to need to let it defrost a little bit so that you can kind of get a spoon into it, because it'll just go completely solid in that. And I should have got Hadley to be taste tester.
You want me to get hands?
Other than being freezing, of course.
It's ice cream. You don't think
gosh,
it's going to be cold.
Good. That's so good. Mm-hmm. Teenager in the background. That is so tasty. Oh wow! It's like just the berries and the cherries. Like it's just like wow. It's such good fun for your taste buds. And there are just a couple of lumps of the mango in there, so probably if you're going to use mango and it's frozen, know that it does take just a little while longer. But oh, I wish I could share this with you, because even if it's not sunshiny wherever you happen to be, then it would just make you feel like you were in the sunshine, and that would just give you a lovely little lift, I think, anyway. So just yum, yum, yum. So I'm going to go and give this to Hadley, because this is totally her thing. I do think a little bit of the honey is still left on the bottom, but actually it doesn't really matter because it still tastes just tremendous. So I might just blend it a little bit more, get the rest of that honey in there. But just, I don't want to get brain freeze. That's Logan's thing to do.
Thanks, man.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that tastes so good. So we've got some sunshine in there. Maybe when we start to get local strawberries, how fantastic would be. How about peaches? What else? Raspberries. Oh my goodness, that would be absolutely amazing. So you can really add pretty much any fruit into this. Like I said, I'm not really sure how apples would go. Pear would be lovely. But I just always go for the colors because of the antioxidant potential and how powerful the antioxidants are. We just need to have those colors all the time. And of course, I've got the avocado in here as well, which gives it just a lovely creamy texture, creamy taste to it. So that is our recipe in the Cook Together kitchen for today. If you have got children who you need a little bit of help with and could do with 21 snack ideas. Yes, 21 snack ideas. Go to sproutright.com/focus. If you want to get the recipes every single day, while you're there, you might as well do sproutright.com/cook together. And then we'll send you these recipes every single day. Of course, if you want to order and get your own book so that you can follow along and, have beautiful inspiration with all the beautiful photos that are in there, then of course you can do that too. And what else? Oh, of course, Kid Boost. Kid Boost is available on sproutright.com, and I've been sending that out almost every day lately. The more people are getting into it, the more they love it. And while I've been recommending it, interestingly enough, for a pregnant mom, a mom who's breastfeeding, and then just any of my other clients who are maybe not quite getting to eat as much as they would want to. And the adults who are taking it, they really want their cells to behave like kids in terms of energy and cell replication, and of course the antioxidants. You watch these kids, you're like, where did you get that energy from? Of course, we want our cells and our metabolism to work a lot more like the kids do. So that's where the Kid Boost comes in. So I called it Kid Boost because originally it was kind of for picky eaters, and then also it's so that for any adults, teens, tweens, anybody else that takes it, so that your cells act more like a kid. So I will be back tomorrow. Is Thursday. I'll be back tomorrow with, I'm not too sure what yet, another recipe. So if you do want to keep ahead and you want the recipes in your inbox every day, that's where you go to sproutright.com/cook together. And if you want to join me on Wednesday, for the moment, you can go to sproutright.com/focus, and then you'll also get the 21 snack ideas, including this lovely that I've done today. So thank you so much for being along. Feel free to pass this on to anyone that you happen to know, whether you think that they need it or not. You can share it from Sprout Right's Facebook page, or you can share the post on Instagram, and then they can search for the actual video. All right, I will see you again tomorrow. Have a lovely evening and take care. See you later.